Recently, a new option for sound effects was added to Sparking Zero. As this is one of the issues facing moves in the game, I got curious and began to explore what it changed. Rather than explore every sound effect that it did change though, I decided to answer a simple question. Does this new option fix the problems with the sound effects on moves? With that question in mind, I began to look at the new Type B sounds. So what exactly are Type B sounds? The game labels them as classic, but classic what? I'm not sure exactly. Certainly not the previous games. As an example, here are the Type B punches. Now here we have BT3 and Raging Blast and Raging Blast 2. So as you can see, they are not from these games at all. Regardless where they come from, I'm not the biggest fan of them. The main reason why might be best explained by more sound examples. And that's why. They are far closer to the sound of hitting a guard in the old games. A dull thud works for that, not as much for getting a good punch in. The main problem I have with the Type B though, is that it didn't change the sounds for supers or ultimates. For example, this is on Type A, and this is on Type B. The biggest problem I had with the sound is for the supers. Although turning voices off for this little analysis did show me something. Looking at Videl here, we have no music or voices. The sound actually gets to shine a bit. Like, now that I get a chance to isolate them, I don't think the problem was with the sounds themselves. Well, some of them are still not great, but mainly they weren't emphasized enough. This part in particular on Videl's ultimate. It seems like the sounds were muted so you could clearly hear her voice during it. If this was the reason why the effects were so quiet, it was a bit of a misstep. Then again, I'm not someone who should be judging audio mixing. Regardless, I do think it's interesting that the main issue here may have been one of picking the wrong sounds to emphasize, rather than just picking the wrong ones. This is why a character has a quote that is an important part of the attack. It stops while they speak, and sounds of throwing punches can get lost in the sounds of said punches. Still, while I do give them credit for making this option in the first place, the biggest weakness of the sound effects here wasn't on the normal attacks, but the supers. And since that was unchanged, I've got to say they missed the mark here. It is encouraging to see that they seem to be listening and taking the criticism to heart though. My goal in making these criticisms is to make future games, or this one, better. So this encourages me to keep digging around. And there is still more to pick apart.